get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Go! Go!
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Hold it ready.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Come on. Set. 60 Eagles.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. On the move. Headed right. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Gotta help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Get it. Blocking 18. 79 Broncos. Go.
Richardson on 3rd. Complete out to the right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And this defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Tua now from the gun. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They send a man in motion. Handoff running left. It's Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. It's a big strike to Hill. And They get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is a Dolphins first down. Oh, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first points of this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
It's Achane on the inside give. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Ready. Ready, let's go.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Second down carry for Achane. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Quiddy Pay there to take him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Third and long for him here. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on third down. Instead, it's incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Colts take over a first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check, 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 check.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down Colts.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Richardson on first and 10. Going with a screen to Taylor. And this is taken ahead to the 42. It's Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
60 Maverick. Let's go now.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing a double coverage, odds are against you.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18.
Air it out on third. Taylor going downfield. It's caught. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. The Dolphins out to an early advantage. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points.
Come on. Set. Cougar 19. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hut.
Play fake, it's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down.
18. Hawk, ready. Hawk 70. Hawk, ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one nabbed by Wood. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Here comes Malik Washington. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line.
All right, let's go. Ready, team. Whoa.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Now a toss play for Achane. They call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So that brings them to 3rd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Yeah, ready. Ready, team. Hey.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. So it'll be 2nd down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
60 Vikings, 60.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
On in at the 41. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
Over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready? Turbo 3 kick. Ready, T, with it. Out.
They are on the counter to H.N. He's out in the clear. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, here's Tua. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up, 2nd and 10. Running left, here's H.N. He's all the way home, touchdown Miami! The Dolphins take a 2nd quarter lead. Devon H.N. with the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3. Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bulls take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Ready. 19-18. Ready.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 18. Curve 19. Curve 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts get some late points and the lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
14,
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Washington now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Tagovailoa on 1st down. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. It's caught left side by Hill. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Ready.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And they hit him along the sideline there. Pickup of 9, so 2nd and 1 upcoming.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Tagovailoa now. Getting out to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal.
Go ahead. 10-by-3, kick. 10-by-3, kick.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Colts, 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Gould on the return. Things going well so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. To the air on this first down. Richardson escapes. Oh, Richardson fumbled it. But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
3 yards almost gets him back to even, but it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Washington now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Buying some time right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And they're going to score. Pick 6, Indianapolis. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
17.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Eskridge to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Madison. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Running with Achan here out of the gun. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They've got a man in motion. Two and out from the gun. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achan. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They motion Waddle over left. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Complete right side to Washington. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
At the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's a handoff for Achan. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
Okay, a 2-yard run on first down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down. Throw here, third down. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is a Dolphins first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Tagovailoa on first down. Here's a screen for Achan. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a third-quarter lead. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3. Sanders all set to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, first and 10.
Let's go. County Lions. Check motion man. Put your hands up.
Taylor. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Play action. It's Richardson. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Richardson. Going with the screen to Taylor. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss. The Colts are ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. He's got it at the 24. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready. Hey, 21 here.
They send Hill right. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Completed over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Ready. Ready, team.
Man in motion here. Chan, a 1st down carry. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Finds a seal down the middle. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 32 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go ahead. Ready, team.
Now they'll hand it off to Chan. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Go ahead. Ready, team. 20, team. Time on 3, set.
Now 2 at a throw. Finds his back, Chan. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
All right. Yep.
Back to throw, Tua. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 9-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Gould on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Go. Ready,
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Receiver screen here. It's Downs. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. From the gun, Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. That's on target to Pierce. And he takes it down to the 33. They got 21 yards on the play. And it'll be first down Colts.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Quick slant into the hands of Downs. They drop it with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
2nd and 2.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They'll throw again. Richardson. Put the body on the line for his team. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Warriors 70.
From the red zone now. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
That is somebody it's tough to truly overthrow, but it can happen. I know what he was thinking, Kate. I'm going to put this in the spot where only my guy gets it. Problem was, that spot was even too high for him.
Throwing again, Richardson. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Eskridge on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready, team. What's it?
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Solo, you're right here. Scat.
Tua now from the gun. Flush down out to his left. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's out of bounds behind the lines, and that's going to add a couple yards on to this 3rd down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. 3rd down.
Yeah, ready. Go get him. 20, TX.
Back to throw it. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 back. Tackle 80.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Snared by the running back here. It's DJ Giddens. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
16 yards.
That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Breaks free in the center of the field. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
Colts 35. Dolphins 31. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Okay, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Tua out of the pistol. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Colts got him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Dolphins losing by 4. Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down. Desperation time here. And he had it for a second, but unable to hang on. And the possession literally slips through their fingers as they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Cougar 19. Go.
On here with Giddens. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
They give to Taylor, right side. And only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Back to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining. Long odds ahead of them. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop this down to Achane. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
It's 2nd and inches. At the 47.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He's the design keeper. It's Richardson. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. My partner, long season ahead, but undoubtedly a good start here today. Getting the win in week 1.
Yeah, a bad start now on the other side can snowball on you. 1 loss into 2 into 3 and so on. But you get that early win, it can get you playing at a midseason level in the early goings of a season and lead to a really good start that has you talking playoff hopes in the front half of the schedule.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Colts are winners as we